Alright guys, what's up? As is tradition on the channel, we're going to react to a new case that just dropped on us. I was in the middle of a single player game, got notified by my chat that a new one had been released, and therefore we're going to react to it right off the bat. One of the skins has been spoiled, unfortunately, but the rest of them I haven't seen just yet. So we're going to go, as per usual, and react to each and every one of the skins, from the blues all the way through to the reds. Right, let's have a look. The FAMAS Meow 36. Why is it called Meow? I'm confused. It has a fish on it on the other side. That's a... Huh? I mean, the problem with the FAMAS skins are that typically, even when it's factory new, there's a ton of missing paint on them. And they normally look like they're not really finished. This does look pretty finished, and considering it's a blue skin, in all honesty, I think this is alright. It's not too bad. It's like got a fairly simple and straightforward pattern to it. The color scheme isn't exactly what I would be looking for personally, but at the same time, I don't think it's a complete disaster. I think for a blue skin, this is fine. What do you reckon, chat? Is it a thumb up or a thumb down, a yay or a nay? Keep in consideration, within a week or two, this is going to be dirt cheap, and there's not too many, like, fairly clean FAMAS skins that you can get for very cheap. Nay, thumb down. Thumb up from Demi. I mean, you got to keep in count this is blue, right? So if this was a pink or a purple, I'd have more of a problem with it. I think it's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't use it myself, but I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever seen. Next up, we have a Galil Destroyer. Huh. It's got kind of like an engraved feeling to it. You know, considering this is a blue, I quite like this. I quite like this skin, you know. Now, would I use it? Maybe not. I might do, though. Like, honestly, the more I look at this, the more I like it. When you consider this is blue and how cheap this is going to be, like, fairly soon. It's got an engraved feel to it. Sure, the color scheme isn't exactly the greatest thing, but I quite like the idea of it. It feels like it's unique. In a game where so many skins now are just rehashed and regurgitated. Yeah, this is pretty nice. I like this. This would be a thumb up for me, for sure. And I might even try using it in-game and seeing what it looks like in-game. Yeah, that's pretty good. Next up, oh, we have an M4. A poly mag. Huh. Isn't there like a Glock version of this skin, or am I tripping? I know that there is another like poly sort of gun in the game. And I remember saying the same thing again, that if you saw the bullets like gradually deplete, this would be god tier, but obviously they're not going to have that in the game. They don't really have those capabilities. But I think it was a Glock. So I like this skin, man. I think this is pretty clean. It's blue again. If this was anything higher than blue, I would probably have a problem with it, because I feel as if it would be a bit of a waste. But for a blue, and considering how cheap this is going to be again, I honestly quite like this skin. This would be a thumb up. So far, this case has been solid on blues. But as is normally the case, the blues can be hit or miss. It doesn't really matter. Where it really matters is in the business end when it comes to reds and pinks in particular. So far, so good. Is it the Glock clear polymer? Yeah. I thought there was a Glock skin like that. Next up is the Mach 10 Monkeyflage. Now, I wouldn't use this skin personally, but considering that it is a blue, again, there's a lot of detail on this skin. Like, honestly. There's a ton of detail, and also, like, the wooden part here is kind of like a laminate feeling to it. So you look at this, a lot of Mach 10s normally have a lot of scrapes, like, on the backside. Sometimes they have them around this part of the gun as well. This is mega, mega clean. And, oh, I didn't even notice that. You've got, like, an engraving at the back. I've got to say, I wouldn't use this skin, but I think this is actually pretty damn good. This is a very good budget skin. You've also got that same engraved thing at the front on the strap. Yeah, I would say it's a thumb up. I think it's pretty good. Impressed. Oh, Negev. Well, the good times had to come to an end eventually, guys, you know? And it's not just because it's a Negev. It's not just because it's for a useless gun, but I actually think this skin is kind of trash. Drop Me. It just feels like just a bit of a mess, doesn't it? It's just a bit all over the place, and it's for a gun that I'm never using, so I almost don't want to give it a thumb up or thumb down. It's just kind of not important to me at all. But after a lot of hits, there had to be an inevitable ramp down. So hopefully we can pick it back up again. UMP Roadblock. Oh shit, mate. That's really cool in the middle. That's like, has the same sort of impact or effect as the Disco Mac 10. You know, when you change the side and it like shimmers and it changes the way it looks. That's really cool. I also normally would be a bit down about the fact that the rest of the gun is very, very dull. But actually, the fact that the rest of the gun is black and very simplistic, if anything, just shines more of a light on the middle portion, which is really like the centerpiece of this skin. And it really works. The only downside is that it's for a UMP. So, the UMP obviously at one point was god tier and everyone used it. And now you're looking at MP9s, Mac 10s, really kind of reign in its position. But maybe, you never know in the future, maybe the UMP gets some love when it comes back to the forefront. And I think if it does, I'd pick myself this up, to be completely honest. I think that looks really cool. I like this skin a lot. I love the idea of it. Very good. Thumb up from me, at least. Last blue. It is a Glock. Winterized. Huh. So, one thing I will say about this skin, this is mega clean in terms of lack of missing paint. Right? With the Glock, you almost always have missing paint here. I know Kuton, who's in chat, or he was before, will know what I'm talking about, because he's quite the skin connoisseur. It's very hard to find a Glock that has no missing paint. This is super clean, but the problem is, it's a bit of a mess. Like, the color scheme's a mess. Elite crew, I just don't like stuff like this on weapons. I don't like all the words and the stuff going on. It looks too busy. I like the sort of engraved feeling at the top part on the slide, but like for me, the rest of the gun is just sort of like a whatever. I wouldn't pick this up. I wouldn't use it. A lot of detail, but I almost feel like too much is going on with this skin, and so I'd pass on this one. Although I don't think it's trash. I could see some people using this and enjoying it. Right, we're moving on to the purples now. R8 Crazy 8. There's only one person on the planet that's going to be excited about that, and it's going to be Norwal, who's our resident R8 mess. I feel like for everybody else, they don't really care. I will say, I do like the colors on the front of the gun, which is kind of weird, because I didn't think I would. I don't like the 8 too much on the handle. But, again, it's just the fact it's for an R8, you know what I mean? It's like, with the Negev, you could have the most banging skin on the Negev, and it makes no difference to me at all. But objectively, if I separate myself from that, I think it's a pretty decent skin. I don't like the 8 on the handle, but I do like the colors. The colors at the front are really nice. I can at least say, for the amount of times that I've sat here and gone through these cases, and I've said, right, it's a repeat, it's not unique at all, there's nothing new, this is at least trying something different, and so for that reason, I can at least give it some props. But obviously it's not for me. M249, again, who cares? The color scheme is kind of nice, I guess. I don't know. I think it's okay. But it's for an M249. So I'm in the exact same position as I am with the Negev skin. I just don't really care that much. I feel like if this was on an M4, it could be interesting. Or really any other skin that's usable, it could be interesting. But you'd need a gun that was quite long and thick, like the M249 is. So I understand why they've gone for this, but like, it's whatever. I wouldn't pick this one up. And, to be fair, whereas I was more understanding of the Negev because that was a blue, this is a purple. So this is taking up a purple spot now. So in that case, this is definitely 2 thumbs down from me. Until the Negev and the M249 becomes more useful and interesting, I honestly don't think they should ever be above blue. In my opinion. The SG Dragon Tech. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Holy shit. So, mega detail, super clean. There's very little missing paint on this. It's for a gun I just don't ever really use, but also, for me, I don't necessarily like how much detail is on this skin. So for me, personally, I think this would be a pass. I think I'll be in the minority, though. I'm already seeing you guys in chat saying you think this is a banger. I just don't like the amount of stuff that's going on. And, to be fair, maybe I'm a little bit of a hypocrite on this, because I think if this was on an M4 or an AK, I'd be excited. But the fact it's on an SG kind of turns me off a little bit. I can objectively look at this and separate myself and say this skin is actually it's really well done. A lot of craftsmanship has gone into this, and obviously a lot of effort has, but I still wouldn't use it personally. So this would be a pass from me. The P90 Event Rush. That's weird. It's like shiny. It's like overly shiny. You know, at first, before I started moving it, I thought this could be a banger. And then as I move it, look at the sheen. Look at how shiny that is. Like, what is that, dude? Looks plastic. I feel like if it wasn't this shiny and plasticky, I would quite like it. But I can't get over how shiny this is. If it's this shiny in game, I'm gonna feel like it's gonna blind me every time I inspect my weapon. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is a trip. I can at least appreciate, though, that there's something different about this gun. So in that case, I can say it's probably a slight thumbs up from me, but I'm not sure. So after a really strong start to the case, I think we've had a few duds. But it's pinks and reds where cases really come alive, I think. And we are moving into the pinks soon. First off, we have dual Berettas, Flora, Carnivora. Bruh. This ain't it for me, Chief. There's tons of detail. I mean, it's kind of got a cool art scheme, I guess, but I don't like the colors that much. Dual Berettas. I mean, maybe... I don't know. I feel like the more I look at this, the more I like it. I might... Okay. I might even pick myself up a pair of these. I feel like these are the kind of skins, though, that you need to see them in-game to really know whether they're solid or not. Like, this in-game could look like complete trash, and it would put me off, or it could look super clean, and then I'll really like them. I would say this is like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 for me, but I need to see them in-game. But, again, it's something different, and I can't really fault having something different in the case. Not bad. Oh, we have an AK. Ice Cold. See what they did there? Huh. I don't know if I like this or not. So again, you have like the... what looks like bullets in the magazine, but I don't think that's supposed to be what they are. You have like a bunch of like symbols and like things going on. Not numbers. Oh, I don't know what to think about this one. I'm really torn. Like, on the one hand, I think it's super clean. And it could look good in game. But on the other, I almost feel like there's just too much going on. You know? And the question comes down to, I have the what's it called? The slate? The AK slate right now. And would I replace the slate with this gun? No, I wouldn't. But the slate is a 10 out of 10 in its simplicity. I think I'd give this a thumbs up. I think this is different. Again, a lot of the times I come back to the idea is there anything else like this in the game? And there might be certain AKs that have elements of this, but I feel like this can stand on its own and feel very unique. Like, if someone says the ice cold, I almost feel like people will know what skin they're talking about and they won't get confused with other ones. So for that reason, I'd give it a thumbs up. But I don't think I would use it myself. Ah, that's a weird one. I think I like it. I think I do like it. But I need to see that one in game as well. P250 Visions. Wow. Okay. Whether you like this or not, the detail on this skin is outrageous. This is very, very, very clean. You got like a face going on. I think it's like butterflies and there's like some kind of snake or lizard or something here. You got wings. There's a lot going on. It's a bit of a cluster in that regard, but man, is this gun clean. There is no missing paint on this whatsoever. Yeah, there is... This is probably one of the cleanest skins that I've seen in a very, very long time. But I think the problem for me is that it's a color scheme that I simply would never use. And it's a skin that I wouldn't get. But I can sit back and I can definitely enjoy this and admire it, because I think it is a very, very special skin and it's different. So yeah, that's a banger skin, but I wouldn't get it myself. If we have a sawn, oh god. Okay, listen, we got the Negev out the way, we got the M249 out the way, and they were blue and purples, right? So I'm willing to give a little bit of leniency, but this is just not it, Chief. In no way, shape, or form is this it. This is a pink skin. Suction. And you're gonna give it to a sawn-off? You're gonna give it to a sawn-off shotgun, and this is the skin you're gonna give it to? Bro. This is 2 thumbs down, all the way to the ground. Just get me out. Absolutely no. We're on to the reds. This is the skin that I got spoiled with. I knew this was coming. Still was very excited to see it though, I'm not gonna lie, because the print streams typically are mega clean. I have an M4 print stream, I have the Deagle print stream. These guns are clean. And this is 2 thumbs up. And once the price comes down a little bit, I'll be getting myself one of these bad boys, because these are amazing skins. They grew on me at first. I wasn't that keen, I'll be honest. In fact, if you go back and look at my previous videos, you'll realize that I was a bit torn. I think I did say that the detail on them is amazing and I really like the idea of them as well. But the fact of the matter is, I was turned, and now they're amazing, and I definitely want to get one. Because I even said this as well on a stream previously, that I hope that the print streams come out, like, you know, further afield and they get more skins. You know, got like the Asimovs have multiple skins in the game. There's other ones as well. So I'm happy. I'm very, very happy the print stream is getting a spot as well, because this is a fantastic skin and I can't wait to get it. But it's going to cost an arm and a leg, let's be honest. And that leaves the last skin, which is an AWP. Ooh. Isn't there a Scout? I want to say there's a Scout Chromatic Aberration as well. I know there's definitely another gun that looks like this, but I can't remember what it is. I think it's a Scout, but I don't remember. Is it Galil? Oh, okay, yeah, it might be the Galil. So, it's the same that I'll say the last time around, that this messes with my eyes way too much. It's like, the 3D goggles, if you guys ever wore 3D goggles when you were younger, right? As a kid, I had 3D goggles. It was like a big craze, and it always fucked with my brain because it just didn't compute, and I couldn't, like, apparently some people could click with it and others couldn't, and it always made my eyes feel really weird and blurry and horrible, and that's what I get with this skin. Now, I can imagine that if you are somebody that really enjoys this aesthetic and you think this looks great, this is going to be your skin of choice and you're going to ride and die on it, because if it wasn't for the blurry stuff going on, this would actually be a mega clean skin and it would look really good, I think. But I could never use this skin. But I will say, with that being said, for people that like this, they're going to absolutely love this skin. And it's going to be a 10 out of 10 for them. For me personally, it's a thumbs down because it wrecks my eyes too much, and I couldn't imagine playing with this skin. Unless in game it doesn't have the same impact, but I think it will. So, unfortunately, that's a hard pass. Overall, I think the case was pretty good. The high points, USP Printstream, that by itself, by the way, I think would probably just make me like this case. Even if I hadn't seen anything else, I think the Printstream would have been a GG. I will say, I think the M4 was good. I think the Galil was good. I think the AK is good. The UMP is really nice. If the UMP ever gets a buff, I'll definitely pick up this gun. I might just pick it up anyway, honestly, when it's cheap. The Julies are pretty decent. The P250 is beautiful. Don't think I'll use it, but it is. And I honestly think this skin overall, this case I should say, is probably like a 7 or a 7.5 out of 10. I will say though, if the Printstream wasn't in this, it would probably have a few points less. The Printstream makes up a lot. What do you guys in chat think? And also, what do you guys think watching this right now on YouTube think? Comment below and let me know. But chat, what do you reckon? What are you rating this entire case out of 10? I haven't seen the glove finishes, that's true, but they're not really out just yet, so I can't really look through them. 5, 5, 7, 7. I think the Printstream for me really brings up a huge amount because I was wanting that so bad. Without the Printstream, I think it would have been a pretty meh. I think the biggest problem is, right, that you have Negev at blue, whatever, don't care. Purple, M249, that's a bit of a rip. And the sawn off in pink, like, that for me is a real yikes, because I don't know who... Like, if anything, if you get a pink from this case now, and you get this, you're just super disappointed, because you could have had an AK, which is going to sell for a lot. P250, which, let's be honest, will probably save a lot. Sell for a lot, I should say. That's going to be, like, the memes. If you trade up from purples, you're always going to get this, I feel like. And it's going to be a massive waste of money. 6, 3? Damn. 6.5, not a big Printstream fan. It's fair enough. Right, I do have one case. We're going to open this case right now and see what happens. If I could get that USP Printstream, that would be the dream. And, oh, for fuck's sake, we get the Glock. Because of course we do. Just so you guys know, this is well worn. Okay? So this is going to be a very, very clean skin if you get this really in any kind of wear whatsoever. The only thing I'm noticing on well worn is you have like this bronze sort of tinge on the front of the weapon, and it does look a little bit duller across the board. But considering what some Glock skins look at well worn, like completely dire and half of the paint's missing, goes to show you like what you can expect from getting well worn on the Glock. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.